Small travel products can really make a big difference. In this video, I'm going to share with you useful items that are not going to take up a lot of room in your luggage. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewhilecruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, while I talk a lot on this channel about cruise tips and cruise reviews and traveling, a big part of that is actually what we bring on a cruise. And in particular, if you don't want to overpack, if you don't want to take up too much room in your luggage when you don't have to, you're probably like me looking for some smaller alternatives. Now, I have tried out quite a few, some of them based on my own experience and things that I have seen elsewhere on the internet, and some of them, many of them actually based on viewer recommendations. You guys are genius, so keep the comments and the recommendations coming. Now, I have about 20 items to share with you, all from Amazon, by the way. But there is one item that I actually bought a few years ago, and I brought it on my recent cruise. I could not believe I had not used this sooner. It was truly game-changing. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. All right, I want to start off with something I have shared before, but I continuously get questions about it, so I don't think I've talked about it in recent videos. And this is a hat clip. Now, this hat clip is actually magnetic. It is so smart. Like in the past, I think a lot of people would have taken their straw hat, like if you're going on a Caribbean or Bahamas cruise or even a beach vacation, and maybe tried to find a hack to pack it and to stuff it into your luggage. You do not need to do this. I can actually bring this right on a plane with me. I've done this. It's been absolutely fine. You attach this to your tote bag or your carry-on bag, and then when you go off on shore excursions, anything else, you have it right with you. Now, based on viewer recommendations, I recently bought these sort of no vacuum seal bags. I didn't want to buy a vacuum seal bag because honestly, when I'm on a cruise, I don't have access to a vacuum. I don't want to bring a pump with me. And you can see, I don't think you'd need this for every vacation, but if you're going on an Alaska cruise, this is actually like my puffer jacket. I was able to stuff this in and just get all of the air out. Now, for the smallest item ever, I finally broke down and bought this after seeing it on TikTok and around. This is so smart. This little sort of cleanup ball, what you do is you throw it into your handbag, your purse, your tote bag, even into your luggage. I don't know if you're like me, but every time I come back from a Caribbean cruise, I actually end up with a little bit of sand at the bottom of my suitcase. It kind of drives me crazy. So you put it in there, it just rolls around and it picks up all of the dirt. Now, how do you get it cleaned up? You just run it under the water. Mini travel toothbrushes. Now, this actually has a little bead of toothpaste. So you know when you're flying, maybe a long haul flight, and you really do need to freshen up, rather than bring your toothbrush and a little mini toothpaste, you can actually bring these. You could even put them in your carry-on bag for before your cruise. If you're staying like one day and you don't want to unpack everything, then you can do this. A foldable travel backpack. Now, if you can believe it, this folds up so small, but it's actually a full-size backpack, and it's really quite roomy on the inside. Very comfortable straps. We actually bring this for shore excursions, but you could use this as an embarkation day bag as well. Throw in everything that you might need for the day until your luggage gets delivered to your room. It's got pockets on it. It is extremely durable. I've had two of them for about 4 years. A cruise card holder. Now, you might be wondering, how do you carry your cruise card around on a cruise? After all, you are putting your wallet into your safe. You do not need any of that because all of your transactions, any purchases that you make, drinks that you buy, etc., is all going to go on your cruise card. Now, in the past, I always used a cruise lanyard. I still think that that is really good, but recently I started to use a cruise card holder. This is my husband's phone case. He kind of just switches it out and uses this for cruises, but it's great. It actually can hold your cruise card, but as well your credit card, a little bit of cash, even for when you go off on shore excursions. Now, speaking of shore excursions, one of my must-haves that I bring on every cruise is a waterproof phone case holder. It's really good because when you go on excursions or even around the ship, you can put your phone in here, but you can also put money, ID, a credit card, your cruise card, of course, and have this right on you. Now, by the way, if you're planning a cruise and you're trying to stay organized and make sure that you do not forget a thing, I do have the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner. Now, the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner is a 47-page downloadable printable cruise planner that includes everything that you could need to stay organized from the time that you book your cruise all the way through embarkation and then disembarkation. You're going to have embarkation day checklists, packing lists, shore excursion planning forms, budget planning forms, and more. If you are interested in seeing what's included in the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner, I'm going to leave all of the information linked down below in the description of this video. A mini Poopery bathroom spray. Now, I always brought Poopery on my cruises for absolutely years for good reasons. Bathrooms on cruises aren't that well ventilated, so it's definitely a must-have. However, there are actually little packages. If you want different scents, you can purchase them in packages of like 2 or 3, or even just bring one. They are very inexpensive, and this takes up very little room. You could even bring it in your carry-on. Laundry detergent sheets. Now, if you think that you might be doing a little bit of laundry while you're traveling, while you're on a cruise, then these laundry sheets, honestly, they don't take up a lot of room. Now, this was actually a recommendation from so many viewers that I had to try it. I have been using them at home, and yes, they do work very effectively. Reusable pouches. Now, these are just Ziploc pouches, but I have been using them for years. They come in different sizes. I think I bought a pack of 5, and I just find them very handy. So I bring them like in my carry-on tote bag, my personal bag on a plane. I might fill up another small one with Band-Aids and a lip balm for when we're going to the pool and throw it in my tote bag. And these little pouches are so useful. Now, by the way, all of the items that I am showing you and mentioning in this video are all going to be linked down below in the description of this video in case you do want to check them out. Now, I did want to show you something that I have been using is Solid Shampoo, Solid Conditioner. I just have it in here, and I love it, by the way. Smells so good, works really well. But something that was also a viewer recommendation I just actually purchased are these little mesh bags, so you can actually keep these soaps and conditioners. You can keep them right in them. Now, I do have a little bit of a hack for you. What some people said is they actually just bring a small piece of this when they go on a cruise. You can put it in a Ziploc bag or something, but some people said they actually took like a little socket and they put it in that. Please let me know if you are using Solid shampoo and conditioner, especially when you travel. The Venus Mini Travel Razor. Now, I've seen this also for years, and I guess I just usually buy a pack of 5 razors, throw a couple of them into my toiletry bag, and I leave it at that. However, this was really highly recommended, and I think it is quite nice. It just comes in its own case, so even if you don't bring the entire toiletry bag and you want to keep this separate, it's very handy. And of course, if you do want to separate it, that really works as well. But I honestly like to have a place for everything, and I love this little case, and I think it's just perfect for a 7-day cruise. A luggage strap. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do I keep my weekender style bag? How do I keep that on top of my luggage when I use the luggage that has the wide trolley handle? Now, I absolutely love that luggage. It's from Level 8. It is so spacious. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Level 8, but I will leave a link to their luggage with a discount code below in the description of the video in case you are interested. But what I do is I simply use this luggage strap, which is very handy, and it also folds up very, very small. It's also really lightweight, and I can just put it right into the pocket of my weekender bag. Shout laundry stain wipes. Now, I always use Tide to Go. I still use that, but something that I found out recently when I had a pen mark on my blouse was that this actually was much more effective. So from now on, I'm just going to bring 2 or 3 of these little wipes right in my purse. Collapsible water bottle. So this collapses right to this. So if you are trying to pack and save a little bit of room in your luggage, this absolutely does the trick. A compact umbrella. Now, if you do need to bring an umbrella where you are traveling to, there's honestly no other travel umbrella that I probably will bring in the future. Even if I can find something smaller, this isn't that big, but it did actually fit right in my carry-on bag, like in my weekender bag. I put it right at the bottom where the shoes would normally go. And honestly, I was in Amsterdam. It was raining there. We knew it probably would, so we brought it. It was the absolute best umbrella that I have ever used. It popped right open. We had a lot of wind one day. It didn't break the way my other umbrella did, so I definitely recommend this one. Mini toiletry containers. Now, I've been using small toiletry containers for a little while now, but I particularly like this set. Firstly, because I like this size of container for moisturizer, for foundation, for a little bit of Vaseline, just for those small kind of creams and stuff. I just find it's the perfect size, but I particularly like that it actually comes with labels. Now, alternatively, maybe something that you could do is actually purchase a label maker. Please let me know if you do have one. How do you keep your toiletry bottles labeled? A non-surge protected power cube. Now, I did want to show you what I have changed from. So I used to bring this one, which is a little bit larger, you can see, and this instead now is a cube. Now, just to let you know, when you go on a cruise, you're not allowed to bring a power strip like you would use at home that is surge protected. It does need to be non-surge protected, and cruise lines are very strict with it, and security could just take away anything that they suspect, including anything with like a little extension cord. That seems to kind of set them off. So what I bring is, I bring this one. It has actually 3 electric outlets. This one has USB outlets, but even better, the newer version of this has USB-C and USB-A's. A clear TSA approved pouch. Now this is really good in terms of your liquids when you're flying, but I use it to organize my items as well. Silicone toothbrush covers. Now these are definitely super tiny, but I hate the idea of my toothbrush being uncovered, especially when the cabin attendant or the hotel housekeeper is going to be coming in. So I make sure all of the toothbrushes are covered. And Apple AirTag. Now I definitely think this is a genius small item. Now sometimes people ask me, is it really worth it to have an AirTag? So to me, absolutely, because it's worth it if your luggage is misplaced or lost. You can actually find where it is. Now there is something that is pretty important. You want to actually just make sure that you label your items. So black luggage, for instance, your purse, your passport, your carry-on bag, make sure that you do label that. You can also turn off the notification. You can also turn off notifications when you're settled in a place like your cruise cabin or your hotel, but this is definitely very handy to make sure that your luggage is actually with you, or even if it's misplaced in the airport, like somebody else took it off of the carousel, then you could find the exact location. Now for my little cruise essentials bag. So I did want to show you something I have been using lately, and these are towel bands. Now, even though I love towel clips, they are so cute, they do take up more room, whereas these towel bands really don't take up much room at all. You can see, and I have been using them. I would say they get a little bit discolored, but they definitely haven't broken. Magnet hooks. Now these small little guys, these are my absolute favorite. I think that these are 80 pounds the weight, and they can hold right on your cruise cabin wall, because most of the time cruise cabin walls are metal. So of course, when you have a magnetic hook, this is going to add extra hooks. Now I'm actually able to hold my entire backpack, my purse, and sometimes even my toiletry bag on just one. Sometimes I do need to put 2 side by side to hold the toiletry bag. A mini portable fan. Now, if you've been in the Caribbean during the summer, even in the Mediterranean during the summer, you know what I mean. It is very handy to have a fan. So you can have a fan that goes around your neck, perhaps. That's actually something I'm going to be sharing in an upcoming video. But I personally just kind of like this one. It's not that big, so it does go right into my handbag or my tote bag. And you can actually use this right in your cabin as well. If you like a little bit of air circulating, you can actually just put it right on your night table and prop it up. Now you might be wondering what this is. This is a reusable straw. Now on cruise ships, you're not going to have any plastic straws. They have been banned already for a couple of years. There are some cruise lines that actually use candy straws. I hate them. Some use paper, and some actually use sort of a recycled product that does work better than others. But I often bring this. I just think it's very handy. It really is quite small, and it is a straw that you could use. There's a cleaner that comes with it as well. It comes in a pack of 4, so it makes like a good gift as well, or if you're a family. But it does actually make an entire straw, and you can bring it with you. Now, if you're somebody who likes to wear perfume, don't bring the whole bottle. Instead, bring a mini perfume dispenser, so you can actually fill this up just even a little bit right from your perfume bottle, and then you can bring it with you. Silicone earplugs. Now, if you have trouble when you're flying in terms of your ears and them being blocked, this does not take up a lot of room. It's a small item that honestly has made a huge difference in the flight experience for my husband. Now, I'm often asked what kind of carry-on bag that I'm using, and this has been the carry-on bag that I've been using lately. What I like about it is this pouch sort of at the bottom. It's very roomy, so not only can I keep shoes there, but usually what I do is I pack an extra day's clothing, actually 2 days clothing just in case. But in any case, I bring that. I can put umbrellas, anything else right down at the bottom. And what I like about this is the top of it actually folds up kind of a little bit thin. So the good thing about this is it can actually fit into those sizers that you have in airports. It actually fits really well. Now, I know a lot of people do say that it looks like the base luggage, so it is not. It is from Amazon, but I do really think it is a good quality product for the price. Now, I'm going to leave links to all of the items that I mentioned in the video down below in the description, as well as a link to the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner. But I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know, what are some of these small items that you bring on a cruise or on a trip? And maybe especially if you've replaced any items that used to be bigger items that you brought, please let me know down in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.